What's up, guys? My name is Colin Moriarty. I'm editor of IGN PlayStation. I'm here with the illustrious Greg Miller. He's my boss, the executive editor on IGN PlayStation. Greg, congratulations on beating cancer.
No problem.
You beat the living shit out of it. I know you're going to have to bleep that out. Sorry.
I beat cancer to death just like I beat your Spike every day in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
That's really not very nice, Greg. It's not very nice at all.
That's how the facts go.
So we're here, we played God of War, but we also played PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Now you're wondering, well, we just reviewed PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
It's old. The old game is old.
It's a good point. We're still playing it like every day because we really like it. But we're here to see two new characters, and we also got kind of blindsided like this, Greg, by a new stage, which is pretty exciting. But let's talk about the new characters.
Let's talk about the new characters.
Emmett Graves, Starhawk. Go.
No thanks.
No?
And of course I'm being insulting. He's erratic kind of character, right? He's very ranged. He's very nuanced. We talk about this game a lot, Colin, and how some people might be turned off by the fact that it is a nuanced game. You need to learn characters, like get awesome like I am with Sweet Tooth. The thing about Emmett is that he is gonna be somebody you have to learn how to use the guns, use the pods. You're calling in drop guns. You're getting out. You're getting the guns. You're dropping turrets that are then giving you AP all the time. Then your specials are shooting. He's a ranged player, but he feels like he should be melee. And I was punching. I wasn't getting the damage I like. What did you think of him?
I thought he was tough to use. I mean, he's a character that's going to test my patience a little bit. Now, the payoff. I was talking to Seth Killian about this a little bit. I know Mark Kendall. The payoff on using Emmett, I think, is going to be great if you learn how to use him properly, which I think is a lot like Radic, and even like Sir Dan, who's a character we really don't care for very much. Because we like instant gratification, Greg. Now, one of the cool things I thought of, that Emmett did, which reminded me of you a little bit, is that when we play free-for-all, I play as Parappa, and I like to kind of let everyone beat the crap out of each other, and I kind of run off into a corner and drop that little boombox. Well, Emmett does the same thing, Greg. So
he drops a boombox?
Not the boombox. He doesn't really like the boombox. He's not into music, really. But he drops something that generates AP, the only other character that does that, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's cool.
But the other character, Kat from Gravity Rush, aka Gravity Days, which you played on your PlayStation Vita handheld, she's pretty great.
She's awesome. Kat is like a fine wine, only getting better with age. You know, it's one of those things. I, of course, liked her game. A lot of you want to ignore that when you read my review. Liked Gravity Rush quite a bit, gave it a 7.5. This is a really faithful representation of the character. First off, graphically, she's beautiful. Like, the way her cel-shaded look fits into the universe of PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Awesome. But then her moveset was immediately accessible. I jumped in, I was doing the slide kick on the ground. Her level 1 special is basically that, she runs through people, dropping a gravity well that then explodes and takes out multiple people. I was getting 2 people, no problem, not even having to really set it up all that much. She was the exact opposite of Emmett, right? Where with Emmett I had to figure out what I was doing and how it worked. She just clicked.
Yeah, which is cool because we kind of got now a little hodgepodge, a little smorgasbord, as it were, of new characters, when it's a very technical and nuanced one that I think is very accessible. Sure. But of course, the stage that we got blindsided about, we knew we were going to see Kat, we knew we were going to see Emmett. I didn't know we were going to see a new stage.
I did not
It's for Heavenly Sword / Wipeout.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting. What do you think of that stage?
I like it a lot. It's one of those things when you and I play, we play like men. So we like to play on Columbia, BioShock Infinite. A level playing field, we can get in there, we can actually see what's going on, we can get who's the better man. It's usually me. This one starts the same way. Heavenly Sword is a flat plane. You're in there, you get what you want. You get that nice up and close action, no distractions, nobody's beating the ground behind you. But then the ground shatters, everybody falls down to basically the side of the Wipeout track. There's an electrified wall over here.
Right over here?
Right about here. And then all these broken, craggly things for you to climb on and fight around. It was interesting, visually interesting.
Yeah, I think it forces confrontation, which is really cool. It reminds me a little bit of Sandover, actually, where you kind of have to fight each other. You can't really avoid each other.
But it's one of those things, it didn't do the Sandover thing where I fell and then I was like, get eaten by the fish. Like, I was kind of annoyed by that. It's like you fall and then you're just on another playing field. It's fine.
Well, what's disappointing is that on Sandover, I like to use Parappa and use my little boombox on the little thing that rotates and no one notices me.
Yeah.
Well, that's for another day.
You have to learn to fight like a man, I guess.
So this is all DLC. It's going to be free initially and then available later at a cost. Omar Kendall gave us pretty good advice. Even if you don't own the game, just download it when it's available and then you have it in case you do buy the game.
Yeah, early 2013, first 2 weeks are free. Get on it.
Yeah. So, Greg, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We saw God of War 2, so of course we didn't see God of War 2, we saw God of War Ascension.
I saw God of War 2 like 5-6 years ago.
I got a Platinum Trophy and that was just pretty exciting. That was the last time I played God of War. That's for another time too. But, so we'll have another PlayStation conversation about that as well. You might want to watch that as well. Maybe we'll link to it somewhere in here. I don't know. But in the meantime, keep it tuned to IGN for all things PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, PlayStation Network, PlayStation All-Stars. And if you want to see me beat Greg mercilessly with my Spike, well, maybe we'll record some video.
No, you can't because that video doesn't exist. If you want to see that, I'm sorry. File not found.
Yeah.